Hello everyone. Today we are going to read the chapter The Sound of Music, Part 1. It is about Evelyn Glennie and it has a very interesting introduction as the author mentions that Evelyn Glennie listens to the sounds without hearing them. This baffles us. It confuses us. We feel amazed that how can one listen to the sound when he or she is deaf? Let's discover by reading the chapter. This chapter has been written by Deborah Cowley, who's a freelance writer and a broadcaster. She grew up in Toronto, graduated from the University of Western Ontario, and moved to Ottawa to work for the Unitarian Service Committee. She spent 2 years with UNHCR before moving back to Ottawa and a job with CIDA. As she traveled the world with her diplomat husband, she worked as a reporter for CBC Radio in Washington, D.C. And on posting to Cairo, she worked on several TV documentaries for CBC's Man Alive. Also in Egypt, she wrote the first official guidebook to Cairo since Baedeker's Guide in the 1940s. Here you can see the picture of Evelyn Glennie and a famous statement by her, which in itself is quite motivating. I am not a deaf musician. I am a musician who happens to be deaf. It is certainly an insightful statement quoted by her. James Blades said about Evelyn Glennie, God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. It means that although God has taken power of hearing, but has blessed her with something extraordinary, that is her sense of feeling. She feels very deeply, far deeper than the normal people, and that is why she is able to express music so beautifully. She is a well-known multi-percussionist. She plays different percussion instruments like xylophone, drums. What are percussion instruments? These are the instruments which are played by striking with the hand or with a stick or beater or by shaking. The other instruments are drums, cymbals, xylophones, gongs, bells and rattles. The story of Evelyn Glennie is a motivational story. It inspires all of us to overcome our physical or mental disabilities, make ourselves strong so that we can achieve our dreams and goals just like Evelyn did. Now we begin with the story. The scene was of the underground train platform. There was a huge rush at the platform. People were jostling. Jostling means making space for themselves by pushing each other. Evelyn, a slight girl, slight here means a small and thin girl, was standing at the railway platform waiting for the train. She seemed nervous yet excited when she felt the vibrations of the approaching train. It was her first day at prestigious, reputed and renowned Royal Academy of Music in London. You can see the image of the university here. So that was why Evelyn was nervous because she was leaving Scotland for London. And she was excited also because she was doing something that she had always dreamt of. Evelyn was 17 years of age. She was a teenager and she was fresh from a Scottish farm. As Evelyn was from Scotland, which had more of farms and countryside, she had not seen the fast life like that of London. It was a bit frightening, scary, intimidating moment for her, and that is why she was nervous. Evelyn was an aspiring musician who could not hear. She was profoundly deaf. Profoundly means absolutely, completely deaf, and this was an even bigger challenge for her. Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing was not sudden, it had been gradual. Slowly over the period of time, she lost the power of hearing and one day she turned completely deaf. Isabel Glennie, who is Evelyn's mother, once recalled how Evelyn was waiting for her turn to play the piano and her name was called out, but she did not respond. In the beginning, when she could hear partially, she managed to conceal. Conceal means she could hide this disability from her friends and teachers. By the time Evelyn was 11 years old, her marks had started deteriorating. Deteriorating means worsening, reducing. The headmistress advised her parents to take Evelyn to the doctor. When the doctor checked upon Evelyn, he found out that her hearing power had been severely impaired. Impaired means weakened, and Evelyn had lost the sense of hearing. The doctor advised Evelyn's parents that they should get hearing aids for her. Hearing aid is an equipment that is fitted into one's ear to help him or her out to hear to some extent. He also suggested that Evelyn should be sent to the school for the deaf children. Her world suddenly became colorless, as she was no more going to be treated as a normal child. She would be sent to a school for deaf children. The news was such that she never had expected, and in turn, all she could see around her was darkness. But Evelyn was not going to give up. Although Evelyn had got such a shocking news, still she was determined to lead a normal life. She didn't feel broken. She wanted to pursue. Pursue means to follow. Follow her interest in music. When Evelyn saw a girl playing the xylophone, she wanted to play it too. You can see the picture of xylophone. It's a musical instrument with a row of wooden bars of different length. Most of the teachers discouraged her as she couldn't hear. And to be able to hear was important to learn music. But Ron Forbes, a percussionist, finds that Evelyn was very passionate about music and she had the ability which could further be developed despite the physical disability she had. Ron Forbes, he took two large drums and tuned them to different notes. So, the sound produced by the two drums was different. Then he told Evelyn not to listen through her ears, but to try to sense it some other way. Evelyn then realized that the upper part of her body, above the waist, could feel the higher notes of the drum, and the lower part of her body, the part down from the waist, could feel the lower notes of the drum. Forbes repeated the exercise, and Evelyn realized that she could sense different notes in different parts of her body. Ron Forbes taught Evelyn to respond to different sounds. Different parts of Evelyn's body responded to different sounds, and that is how she could identify the sounds and the different vibrations. Rest was her hard work and determination. She had determination to become a good musician, for which she did a lot of hard work. There was nothing that could stop her, and thus she progressed in her career. So, Evelyn toured the United Kingdom, performed with a youth orchestra, a group of young musicians. By the time Evelyn reached the age of 16 years, she decided to make music her life. Evelyn gave an audition for the admission to Royal Academy of Music, and her score was one of the highest in the history of the Academy. Initially, Evelyn performed in a group, and as she gained experience and became confident, she started performing alone. She achieved all the top awards by the time she completed her 3 year course at the Royal Academy of Music. If anyone says that Evelyn has done something great, she does not acknowledge that. She is very humble and down to earth. Evelyn says success is based on hard work and aim. She says that if you work hard and you have an aim, a target which you have to achieve, then you will definitely achieve it. Evelyn has reached right to the top. She is the world's most sought after, it means very popular and in demand, multi-percussionist with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments and a hectic international schedule. She has programs and concerts all over the world. It is intriguing means fascinating to watch Evelyn perform without any visible efforts, though she cannot hear. Now, the writer Deborah Cowley took Evelyn's interview, which lasted for 2 hours, and Deborah says that Evelyn never missed a single word that she spoke. In the interview, Evelyn says jokingly that those men who have long, huge, bushy beards give her trouble. And why? Because When they speak, she cannot see their lip movement, as their lips are covered with the bushy beards. Moreover, she does not only see the lip movement of the person's face to make out what the person is speaking, she sees the whole face. That means the entire expression of the face of the speaker makes Evelyn identify what he or she is saying. She adds that the expression of the eyes also helps her make out what the person sitting in front of her is saying. The writer says that Evelyn's speech is flawless, without any flaw or mistake. She has a Scottish accent as she belongs to Scotland. Her voice has that accent. Evelyn tells that she can speak clearly because she had learned the language till the age of 11, till the time she could hear. But after becoming deaf, Evelyn also learned two languages. She has learned French and basic Japanese, and one wonders how she could learn these two languages despite her deafness. So here Evelyn explains that how she identifies music. It creates sensation in her skin, in her cheekbones, even in her hair. So every part of Evelyn's body responds to music. When she plays the xylophone, she uses sticks and she can sense the vibration of the sound produced by the xylophone pass through the sticks up into her fingertips. When Evelyn plays the drum, she leans towards the drum and she can feel the resonances. Resonances means the echoes of sounds flowing into her body. Whenever Evelyn performs on a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that she can feel the vibrations of the musical instruments pass through the floor into her feet and up her legs. That is how she can feel the sound of musical instruments. Evelyn is a delight to hear. In the year 1991, she was presented with this award, Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award for performing solo. Evelyn is very hardworking. She does not feel like stop working. Now, to be at par with those people who can hear, especially the classical musicians, Evelyn works very hard, often harder than them. Evelyn says that the rewards she gets for her hard work are enormous. Enormous means huge, big. Evelyn does charity also. She gives free concerts in hospitals and prisons. You can see the pictures. She also takes classes for young musicians, for those children who want to learn music. Evelyn is an inspiration for all. She is an ideal. Anne Richlin, who belongs to Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children, says that Evelyn is an inspiration for those children who cannot hear. And when they get to know Evelyn's story, they feel that even they can accomplish everything. They can fulfill all their dreams. Evelyn Glennie has achieved so much in life that those people who are double her age have also not achieved that much popularity and those many awards as Evelyn has done. Orchestra is a group of people who are playing different musical instruments, and generally the percussion instruments like the drums and the xylophones are placed at the back end of orchestra, or they are placed at the side. But as Evelyn performs solo, she gives spatial performances with these percussion instruments, and because of her, the percussion instruments have come in front of the orchestra. Evelyn's story is an inspiration to those people who are physically disabled. They feel that if Evelyn can achieve her dreams, even they can. And Evelyn has given a lot of pleasure to her audience by playing such good music. That's all about Evelyn Glennie for now. Hope this video was useful. Happy reading and listening. Thank you.